Have some fun.
Keep singing.
They're main singers, but today they're a little bad.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's why Martin's singing today.
Nice.
Today I lost my voice.
This is Lewisburg, and we're joined by Los Fancy Free, who just played a fantastic live set here in the studio. And we had Martin on vocals.
Yes.
And Carlos Icaza on drums.
Hello.
Are you going by Tropicaza?
Yeah.
Carlos Tropicaza, who's also in Las Comadrejas and Evil Hippie and 10 other bands.
Secrets for Lovers.
Oh, yes.
And AAM.
Antigua Automata Mexicano.
El Pan Blanco.
El Pan Blanco, that's right, that's the other one. And sorry, you guys, you want to say hi, introduce yourselves?
I'm Aaron. I play the guitar.
And I'm Julio, and I'm the bass player from Los Fancy Free and Las Comadrejas and Evil Hippie and the new band we're gonna make this summer.
What's that going to be called? No name yet?
I don't know.
He also plays in another band we have called Los Testosterons.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Cool. So, you have 2 CDs as Los Fancy Free, right?
No,
Or do you have
well, we
more?
have 2 new albums because you know, like CDs are not selling anymore, so we were thinking it's better to put out 2 because they won't sell anyway. And we have 2 before that, so it's actually our 4th record out now. So the first one is called Menonita Rock, which is basically me, and then it's Out of Place, and that's where we start to play together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then you have Nevergreens Volume 1 and Volume 2?
Exactly.
And those ones just came out recently?
Yeah, I think the first one was released like in January or February or something, and the other one was released, well, it's not even out in stores in Mexico, but we started to, we had like a pre-release or something in at this huge festival in Mexico called Vive Latino.
Cool. Was that in Mexico City or elsewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you guys are all from Mexico City?
Yes.
Right. Good. I know Angel is from Monterrey, so you guys kind of have a long-distance band with Antigua Automata Mexicano, and he's in Las Comadrejas as well. Evil Hippie?
Evil Hippie. Well,
Yeah.
well, you know, the thing about Evil Hippie is like basically anyone could be an Evil Hippie. Because when we played in New York with Evil Hippie, we played with Angel, and I think that was the first, hopefully the last time, he played with us. And and I think Aaron hasn't been playing any Evil Hippie gigs so far. Oh yeah, maybe one. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But it's basically whatever. We're schizophrenic people anyway, so that's
so
the reason
great.
why I have so many personalities.
Yeah, so you guys have 10 bands, 20 bands in Mexico City.
I also play in Nos Llamamos and in Yesi Bulbo
Yesi
in
Bulbo.
Mexico City.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. Cool.
It's basically, if you the way I see it, like if you think like the scene is really bad, like if you go somewhere else and they ask you, so what are there any good bands from Mexico City, and you say just your own band, then it's better to say like 10 of your own bands, because then it sounds like there's a scene.
You guys are the scene, in other words. No, but there are probably other great bands that are going on in Mexico City right now, right? Maybe.
Nos llamamos.
Robota.
Robota.
Oh, Robota, that's
Yeah.
a CD you gave me, huh?
And there's a lot of good bands from Monterrey.
Yeah, Monterrey is
Yeah.
exploding right now.
Yeah.
It's almost like Texas. It's
But it's the same
XYX.
thing with Monterey. I think it's basically one guy that is in 500 bands, and they're all good.
Is it the guy from Los Llamarada?
Mo, yeah, Mo. And
well, no,
No.
not from La Llamarada, but there's just a few bunch of people, you know, like
Yeah.
10 people making 20 bands.
That's just how it works in Mexico, maybe.
exactly.
Some cities here too. But yeah, we call that inbred bands, I guess. So tell me about Pop Fresa, which you mentioned. A few of your songs are Pop Fresa.
Oh yeah, Fresa. It's well, that would be sort of funny because that could be translated into yuppie pop.
Yuppie
you know.
pop.
Yeah, because it's but Fresa is also like sort of like how would
It's
you?
like a rich kid word, you know. It's like it's what we used to call rich people who have like very commercial taste, musical taste, and very not into anything. You know, they're not into. They're just like consuming.
Okay, okay.
And I think also like maybe I'm gonna say a word you can't say, but then you have to beep it out.
Yeah, I can
It's-
beep you.
You can okay. It's basically if it's like Fresa is also being a wanker, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. No, that's a good translation. A yuppie wanker.
So it's like wanker rock or pop. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, wanker pop. That's good. That's good.
Wanker
I'm glad
pop.
you've embraced it. So is there, you guys have a MySpace page, which people can go to, right?
Yes, it's very easy. It's myspace.com/losfancyfree, LOS, and then fancy free.
And you guys do a cover of this great Paul McCartney song. It's
Ye-
like one of his underground new wave hits. It's called Temporary Secretary.
Yeah,
And I encourage all the listeners to go to your MySpace page and listen to it because it's so funny.
yeah. Well, I think it's a great song, and basically what we like to do cover versions of songs, and I think in this case, like you know, we buy a lot of records, and then you see like Paul McCartney from 1980, and you say, "Woo, this must be really terrible. I must get this record." So, and then you listen to it, and you find like these really cool songs like "Temporary Secretary," and that's the reason why we did this cover version of it, because I think it's a great song that now I think it's more famous. But when we did it like 5 years ago, it was not a very known song, you know. And I have the impression there's a band on this label, I can't remember what it's called anymore, in LA, that actually made a cover also of this, or they at least have like the sample of the arpeggio,
loop,
how do you say it?
yeah.
Like the loop that in that song. And the impression I have is like they didn't sample Paul McCartney, they sampled Los Fancy Free.
Oh, wow.
But
Maybe
I
so.
guess it's cheaper.
Yeah, Los Fancy Free
they
won't
didn't
go
pay us
chasing
anyway,
after.
but
Aw.
now we have another cover version of a great song by the Dire Straits. Dire Straits.
Sultans of Swing.
Sultans of Swing, which is like a 10 minutes long psych out version of this fantastic song, and I hope Mark Knopfler never ever hears it, because he will probably sue us.
Oh my god. I can't wait to hear it now. You have to send it to me when it's done.
I was actually about to put it up on the MySpace this Sunday. Well,
Yeah.
we should try to get it up there.
Yeah,
on
if you
the
can, do
MySpace,
it.
because it's a really cool version of that song. We skipped all the guitar solos he does because they're so good. Like we couldn't remake that.
Yeah, fair enough. Just leave the guitar solos be. Do you guys have plans to come back to New York or elsewhere in the U.S.?
Yeah, we have a lot of plans to come back soon. Actually, we supposed to make a tour this time, but we decided just to focus on New York and just came here for a week. But we're going soon to Chicago and LA and San Francisco and San Diego. You know, we're gonna.
We were
tour
supposed
properly.
to play Spaceland next week and the Elbow in San Francisco,
Uh-huh.
but we canceled it. So we're gonna do that later.
Maybe in the fall
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
November.
November.
Because I think there might be another show in New York in November. I
Uh-huh.
don't remember exactly. I think it was like 14th or something. So that would be a good time to get back and do other shows, and probably like Detroit and Chicago as well.
Do you know where your next New York show is going to be? Is it at a certain venue?
It's like the people of Fresa Salvaje.
I've never heard of that.
No, it's also like very like Latin in New York, and they do a lot of like parties and stuff, but
Cool.
more for like a Latino audience.
Uh-huh. How long ago did you come to my radio show and play records with Angel? Was that a year ago?
It was last September.
Last September.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So about a year ago, Carlos came by with Angel Sanchez of Antigua Guatemala Mexicano, and they played a bunch of great underground Mexican rock tunes and otherwise. And so, yeah, cool. And you DJ a lot of different places. You were telling me you were in Brazil recently, and
Yeah.
things like that. Do you have plans to go to any other countries before you make it back to the U.S. or?
Yeah, sure. We're gonna make a little break for the Fancy Free because Martin is going to a trip
Mm-hmm.
He's going to trip
You're going to trip.
for 2 months.
Yeah, and
Sounds nice.
I'm really thinking about. I have a few invitations from Colombia and Venezuela and even Peru to DJ there, and I'm thinking about it.
You should do it.
And actually, I have a lot of gigs with the other bands. You know, I'm actually, Angel and I are coming in September to Chicago to the to an Latin electronic music festival in Chicago that it's going on, and it's pretty well. It's going to be in September.
Cool.
Well, maybe in September we have some a show in LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But we'll see. You know, it's already don't know, but for sure we're gonna come back very soon.
Good. Do you want to mention anything else to people in the radio, like where they can buy your music, maybe, or if you have it up for download any place? Is Myspace the best way?
I think Myspace is the best way, but we have this offer from this company that does like digital distribution and stuff like that, but we've been sort of like not wanting to do anything yet because there is a label in LA that might like to put out the new records.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so if that happens, it's not good to sign like a digital distribution because then it could like turn them off or something.
Yeah, that's true.
But otherwise, that's what we will do. If that doesn't happen with this label, we'll definitely like just get this deal. And I think that's the best. Probably you can find it illegally somewhere.
It's
There
Capitol
will be some
Records.
glow.
It's Capitol.
Yeah, Capitol Records. Yeah, that's the other good thing about you guys. You release your own music and that of all of your other bands too. I mean, there's no real record label that's putting all this out.
No, we like the two first Los Fancy Free albums were out on Noiselab in Mexico City, which is this pretty big like independent label. They put out like all like the big alternative bands at the moment, like Interpol and I don't even listen to those bands, so I don't have any clue. Cat Power.
Oh, you guys made fun of Maria Daniela the last time you were here, right? Is that on
yeah.
this label,
Well,
maybe?
kinda. Well, yeah,
They're
great.
cool though.
They're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
big though, right? That's like a
In
big
Mexico,
kind of
at
alternative
that
band.
time last year,
Yeah.
They were huge.
they
They're
were
huge.
huge. Now they're
It's
Who's
sort of
who's like popular in the kind of?
I'm actually producing not the Maria Daniela and Su Sonido La Dracar album, but he has another project, Emilio, and it's called Sonido La Dracar,
Okay.
and I'm producing his new album, and I know you're gonna throw a lot of this on me now, but there's another band also from Mexico called Los Dynamite. That the first record isn't really
Wanker
my
Pop.
Wanker Pop.
Wanker
That-
Pop.
Okay.
But they're doing some really interesting stuff at the moment. It's like a mix between, I would say, like a mix between the like Black Sabbath and Supertramp.
Cool.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that sounds
pretty cool.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll
Alright.
pay attention. Maybe their next album's going to be really good. Huh.
Yeah. So anything else? Well, again, myspace.com Los Fancy Free. Please visit us.
Great. Thank you guys for coming down, and thank you for playing such a great set.
Thanks.
Thank
It was
you.
a lot of fun.
yeah.
A lot of fun to play.